Newly elected Turkish Cypriot President Mustafa Kemal flew to Turkey to meet with President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan in his first visit abroad as President of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, KKTC, amid tension over the status of the Ankara-Lefkoşa relationship. Kemal, who was elected the new president of the KKTC on April 26, arrived in Turkey on Wednesday morning at the invitation of President Erdoğan. Sources from the presidential palace told the press that both leaders discussed the unsponsored peace talks to reunify the ethnically divided island. Erdoğan reportedly reiterated his strong backing for the efforts to bring a lasting solution to the decades-old Cyprus dispute. The KKTC leader was welcomed by Foreign Minister Mevlüt and Ankara Deputy Governor Mehmet Ulutaş at Ankara's Esenboğa airport. He visited the mausoleum of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founder of the Turkish Republic, after a meeting with Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoğlu. Kemal and Erdoğan were about to hold a joint press briefing after the meeting in the presidential palace as today's Zaman went to press. Kemal, an independent nominee in the KKTC presidential elections, was elected to the presidency after winning 60.3% of the vote. Immediately after his win, Kemal called on Turkey to establish a relationship of equals. However, his call received a harsh response from Erdoğan, who said Kemal should watch what he says and not forget that Ankara funds the state budget of Turkish Cyprus. Kemal's victory raised hopes for a revival of reunification efforts in Cyprus, prospects that were boosted when the Greek Cypriot leadership announced last week that Kemal and Greek Cypriot leader Nikos Anastasiades would meet last Saturday. However, the meeting that was scheduled to take place between Anastasiades and Kemal to give a new push to stalled peace talks in a bid to reunify the island was postponed. Aspen Barthida on Tuesday said Greek Cypriot leader Anastasiades and Kemal told him that they are ready to restart peace talks without delay and that there's no time to waste. The date for this meeting will be announced after the leaders meet on Monday at a dinner hosted by IDA. Unsponsored talks are essential to settling the decades-old Cyprus dispute, with the ultimate goal of reunifying the island. Cyprus was split in 1974 when Turkey intervened after a coup by Greek Cypriots aiming to unite the island with Greece. Some in the Turkish press criticized Kemal last week for accepting a meeting with Greek Cyprus before visiting Turkey after his victory in the presidential election. The reasons behind the postponement of the meeting between the Turkish and Greek Cypriot are unknown. It has been tradition for Turkish and Turkish Cypriot leaders to pay their first official visits to each other's capitals to display their alliance. After being elected president on August 10, 2014 and his inauguration on August 28, Erdoğan paid his first visit abroad as president of Turkey to the KKTC, in a bid to show Ankara's solidarity with the Turkish Cypriots. Kemal seeks to open Maraş as confidence-building measure. During his inauguration ceremony last week, Kemal shared his intention with the press of reopening Maraş, Varosha, an abandoned city that has been fenced off since the Turkish military intervention on the island in 1974, as a confidence-building measure to build momentum in the stalled process. Kemal then said, "We will seek an agreement whereby the closed area of Maraş is opened under UN auspices, while at the same time relieving the bottleneck in trade and tourism by opening the Famagusta port to direct trade and Erkan airport to direct flights." The KKTC is only recognized by Turkey, while the international community recognizes the south of Cyprus as the sole government on the island. Due to the prolonged, unresolved situation, Turkish Cypriots have been isolated and heavily dependent on Turkey, which bankrolls much of the KKTC's budget. Maraş, part of the port town of Famagusta in the north, was fenced off in August 1974 by Turkey a month after its military intervention on the island. The once luxurious city of Maraş has since been deserted, turning into a ghost town of empty buildings.